back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Martanius, and we are back with some more Star Wars Jedi Survivor. When we last left off, we finally managed to leave Rambler's Reach and begin to work our way through / across this great big planet known as Koboh. A lush and I wouldn't say peaceful place, but it has its calming areas, at least so far. Got to kick it with our old friend Grease, and are now in the process of making our way up to a... You don't like witnesses, huh? Okay. Making our way up to a quote-unquote forest array, having been informed by a droid from the High Republic of its extreme importance.
Raiders don't like the imps any more than we do.
Now we're just in the process of working our way up through that to see what it brings. So far, our theory is that it brings us this place known as Tanalorr, a treasure trove, a treasure planet, if you will. We'll have to see. So if you folks like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists. Share around some of the other playlists. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get into this. Time of recording is 12/18, Friday, March 1st, 2024. Azrael, welcome back to the game. Welcome back to the chat. Thanks for stopping through. What have you picked up, little dude? Not now. Okay. Now what'd you find?
They must have shot this drop pod all the way from the Lucre Hulk.
One second. Looks like I'm gonna have to rearrange something. Yep, that'll do. Turf Wars. A drop pod from a Lucre Hulk class battleship used to transport battle droids and forces to the field during the Clone Wars. Destination coordinates typically ensure safe landings, but this pod was overridden and fired in the general area of the Basalt Rift. Must have been dropping forces out here for something. Either for combat or to get somewhere. Alright. Alright. Seeking ye shall find.
When they're bothered, they're easier to kill. I feel like they're doing more of the killing out here. That's because troops like you are getting distracted.
Let's get a drop on these bucket heads.
What were you saying there, Trooper? I couldn't quite hear you. You sound like you got cut off. Gameplay wise, we get weaker. You talking about this, or are you talking about Baldur's Gate?
That's the way fun. A lightsaber can mean only one thing. I'll get you. You killed them all.
I've killed you all. Proper language.
Generations of Raka raised their young here. Then the Empire tore through, shot and trampled anything that got in their way.
Of course they did, because why not? Stronger, but gameplay wise we get weaker. I have no idea what you mean specifically. Unless you're trying to avoid like spoilers or something. Okay. Shield trooper parrying their baton attacks will leave them vulnerable. Their shields can be dragged away using force pull. And of course we last came across them on Koboh. Shield troopers are deployed wherever the Empire needs to put down insurrections. They are armed with batons and heavy shields, and there are few insurgents who can penetrate their defenses or stand against their brutal strikes. Yeah, that's true. We really do. It is painful, like not having the ability to leap long distances and then actually flip over your enemy using that wide force technique. They replaced it with that. It's cool, but why not give me that and the other technique? Or if you really wanted to play it that way, let me swap between which is active and which isn't.
There it is again. What? I don't see anything. I swear I saw something fly by. This place has you seeing things.
Yeah, this place has them seeing things. They just happen to actually be here. What the?
This is going okay. How?
Right. Now the shield, you're just one of those basic guards, of course. I let that go on too long and too much of the wrong way. What? What? Benny, I'll way back up if I fall. I'll go ahead and heal. It wouldn't be so bad, but that's a nice little chunk of health that's kind of missing at this moment.
Time to move.
I've got you.
I'm kind of just, letting y'all do y'all thing. No. Alright. I mean, I was trying to fling you off, but I mean, at least this way somebody might be able to bury you. That's cool. No joke. Right. Don't have any colors for the tactical other than what I started with. Red's not a bad color. It's just not generally my color.
I'll take him down. Someone else attack him.
Do what now?
You can't match.
You do what now? Oh. Now I'll let this iteration of y'all live. I'm sure y'all are thankful. Yeah? Make sure Lord Vader don't hear about this. Uh-oh. Okay. Damn it. I wanted to troll you. It sounds bad when you say it. It was nice meeting you, little buddy. And to think, in the end, the only
Good
reason
job,
most of these creatures are dead is because we're the ones who are invading their spaces. Biomaul's revenge. Biomaul's have a notoriously bad temper, often trampling, crushing, and pulverizing those caught in their rampage. Even trained Imperial soldiers stand little chance against a Biomaul defending its dam. Which is funny, because I think I moved in earlier. Not earlier, too early. Because it was probably going to kill the other stormtroopers, seeing as how it killed the first one.
Perfect, buddy.
Hunter. Oh, nope. Wouldn't be so bad. But now I'm running around with bones on my ankles. I have no problem with hunting, so long as it's not excessive. But I'm good. Never really been my style in terms of stuff like this. And it's not even that it's disgusting. It's literally just style-wise, it just don't hit my eyes. So strong, so strong. Huh?
Even before she was damaged, there's no way Z could have made this journey. Of course, back in Kree's day, there was no Empire to contend with. But I would give to see a glimpse of that galaxy.
Yeah, this world looked very different then. It probably would have been quite easy for her to make that journey at the time. Got that Baldur's Great Gate 3 crack going again. Golden Knight. What's up, little dude?
That's it.
Easy, easy. I'm not looking for trouble.
Alright, well. You can go ahead and relax. At no time shall these chestnuts be roasting on an open fire.
Don't worry. I'm a friend.
Mother of Moons, that's a relief. I'm useless in a fight. Came to see that incredible High Republic structure. Didn't expect to have to fight off beasts with my field journal. Sorry, rambling. Bad habit. I'm Toa, by the way.
I'm Cal. This is BD-1. Listen, the Empire is not going to be happy to find you out here. Why don't you head back to the Reach?
I think I will take you up on that.
Well, there you go. Potential person recruited for the Reach.
Did you get a good look at that structure?
Only enough to see there's no way I'm getting inside. But we're lucky. It looks intact. If I'm right, it's been out here for centuries. Maybe you'd have better luck than I did. It's right up ahead.
Thanks for the tip.
No way is it not possible, or no way is in you ain't willing to even attempt the madness.
What's the best place to get a drink in the Reach?
I hear Pyloon Saloon is the spot to beat.
I was afraid you'd say that. One day, someone will open up another cantina.
Okay, well, for now, let Grease do his thing and go get yourself a drink. Now, what were you, thinking about, little dude? There we go. Risking research. There's enough rations and supplies here to sustain a rigorous multi-day journey. Various scientific instruments and cartography tools were also laboriously packed for the trip. Did you fabricate this table, or was it just junk that was out here? Because, I mean, that's all it is, which you obviously didn't bring. But I wouldn't be surprised if this table is something that you actually... You seem to type, especially with your exploration. But again, hard to say. It could just easily be attached to those bases, and it kind of looks like it does. Or it is, rather. So if that's the case, then... Yeah.
Don't bite, I promise.
You're just gonna set your food on a random table that's probably been here for about a century or so, and it's covered in who knows what, huh? Just out. Just juicing. Look at that. Yeah, that's gonna draw every chunk of local wildlife that loves the taste of fruit and isn't repelled by whatever that is. Unless that's what your goal is, and that's like your form of citronella to keep insects away. And concussion. What's funny is I think I did just take damage from that. I have to look back at the footage. I will definitely have to look back at the footage.
Let's move.
I'm trying to remember if I was waiting on something. I just got this point. Teamwork makes the dream work. Alright, got Howl and Push. Switch focus. Yep, there it is. Increased force recovery when performing a successful precision evade. Oh yeah, it's definitely on my list of games, especially games like that. I'm trying to branch out more into ones like that, because they are, some are like particularly fun, complex, but you know, a lot of the best games are, honestly. But still gotta play the first two. It's one of those I keep planning on buying, but not buying. I keep wanting to play the game, but then I keep hearing from Microsoft and from my Game Pass notifications that...
You catch what they were shooting at? A spy droid. Someone else has eyes out here. Maybe the Raiders?
that Baldur's Gate is 1 and 2 are supposed to be coming to Game Pass, even through their notifications. And then lo and behold, so far no. It's like
let's try not to end up like that guy.
That last one before he threw him, that was that snap. That was the whole point of that. Oh, shut. Oh, shut.
BD, stim! Throw it! Help, BD!
Okay. Now, what I was saying, how he did that last swing before he finally threw him. If you've ever had a belt in your hand, or a wire, or a whip, or whatever, and you lift it fast, and then you lower it fast, or basically you move it in one direction and then another direction extremely quickly, that snap you feel is what it just did to the stormtrooper. Dude's bones must be nothing but jelly at this point. See, I heard that too. Divinity, Original Sin, uh, Pillars of Eternity. Like I've heard of quite a few that actually look quite interesting. Mogu. Watch out for its grabs after attack when it's vulnerable. Severing a limb will not stop it. It will become more aggressive and unpredictable. Fantastic. It ain't much that can get that will stick around after it loses a limb. The shock is usually too much. Ugh. The Mogu is a violent predator known for aggressively assaulting its prey. Creatures akin to Mogu can be found on planets of varying climate, but their temperament remains largely unchanged. They will seek to grab and slam their targets, lifting and tossing them around, yet even when injured, a Mogu will not relent. See, something just came to mind, because this speaks about creatures on other planets being like that are akin to the Mogu, even though they're not Mogu, act the same. And it has me wondering something, but I don't want to say just yet. Thing is, when I do, when it does make sense to say it, it's going to be so far ahead I might not even remember it. It's literally going to be one of those kind of problems. Maybe I see the Mogu again and it reminds me. Okay. 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 I'm grabbing on one. Yeah, from the details I've heard about Larry, and especially in the last few years, they seem to really they're trying to bring back what gaming really should be, and I am all for all of it.
Maybe Z could tell us more about this.
Gaming as a whole has honestly shifted to nothing but a cash grab. So many companies have fallen for that. It's both sad, disgusting.
The array's close. Just a forest full of beasts and Imperials to get through first.
Gotta love relativity. Gotta love stems too.
Can you patch me up?
Exactly. A good game makes money, well said. And not only does it make money, it builds goodwill, builds trust. And when lean times do come up and you create a product that ain't up to snuff like you know it should be and everybody else knows it should be, people aren't going to beat you over the head with it. They respect the fact that, hey, not everything is going to be a banger. Slow and steady wins the race.
That must be another one of those High Republic chambers.
Yeah, see, stuff like that, it kind of has to be that way.
Up for a little detour?
It has to be that way. You can't have some random marketing person try and dictate what gamers like unless that person is really a gamer. Otherwise, they're just a marketing expert. They're not a marketing expert who's a gamer. They're not a gamer who's a marketing expert. They're just a marketing expert. That's all well and good, but if you don't know how your market functions,
Centauri Kree.
The path that we must walk is not always immediately visible to us. Only through patience, careful thought, and the wisdom of the Force will the way appear.
Well said. Huh. Sorry about this, folks. I'm checking something. Kyle says now, huh? Now you're checking something, huh? You know what's interesting about this person? I don't know if it's actually from him or if it's just something that they made for Kyle's character. But if you notice right there, you just saw it, how he shook his whole right hand. You'll notice he'll do that from time to time. And it's almost as if he's got some sort of issue with his hand. And it makes me wonder. Unimportant, but at the same time, little things like that are like very, very powerful details. Okay. How about we not go downstairs just yet? I mean, we got a whole place, and the rope actually goes all the way down. Forgot that.
I've never known Centauri Kree to shook from a challenge.
No, and she seems exceptionally driven by this particular task.
The goals of Kree. 2 Republic Jedi muse on Centauri Kree and her aims. They seem particularly impressed by her zeal for this mission. First off, 2 Republic Jedi? Okay, where are there other Jedi? Not Force users, Jedi. I know a lot of people don't really make distinctions between Force users. They tend to see the Jedi and the Sith as basically 2 names for the same thing. Don't really care about all of that. People with sense know better, but if the masses ain't thinking about it, the masses ain't thinking about it. Second, they say Kree's not really the type to back down. Setting aside her personality, it makes me wonder what type of Jedi she was. Guardian, Consular, would those titles even matter? Well, they would have to matter, but you folks know what I mean. All right.
So, they believe something is behind the abyss?
That's right. A planet.
Well, I hope it's worth all this effort.
Talk of the future. 2 Jedi discuss the burgeoning Abyss project and whether its success will merit the current investment into Koboh. Okay. Well, honestly, that kind of tells you something. Is it that the budget tends to be not high enough, or is it that the skill of the individuals working on the teams isn't high enough, or are their ambitions too high? They may be good in terms of who and what they are, but what they want might be a little bit too much, or what they want might not be doable for the tech that's out. The tech that's out at the time, quite literally, might not be able to handle their ambition. So they might have to, how can I put it, dumb down the ambition. It's almost like how can I put it? When Hogwarts Legacy came out, right? When it came out for like the Xbox and everything else, areas like hallways that you would move through that are based like outside, like the hallways for like the courtyards of Hogwarts, they would look normal. But on the Switch, if memory serves, I think they said the walls were gone. The entire walls were gone just to make it playable on the Switch. They had to basically dumb down the system. It's quite possible it could be instances like that. It's one of those extremely multifaceted thoughts. There's 100 different things that it could actually be, and not a single one of them can even have anything to do with incapable people, funnily enough. That's one of the reasons why game development always appealed to me. Not the constant avenues of possible failure, but the constant avenues of possibility. The madness you can come up with. Oh. Yeah, see, and then you actually say that they almost went bankrupt. That reinforces it. If you almost go bankrupt, then you have choices to make. And the only choice that you can make is to trim the fat, to trim whatever excess, which means that they had a whole lot more that they wanted to do with this game, but weren't able to because of their budget constraints. Oh no. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. If that was an actual logistical thing, I would have lost my hands. Alright. Nope, it's not what I'm trying to do. Exactly. When you actually take care of your player base takes care of you. Is all too happy to take care of you. And as a matter of fact, it's all too happy to see what it is you put out.
What's the point of this? Okay. No. I can figure this out.
Dead end. A Padawan trying to think their way out of a puzzle becomes briefly frustrated. But yeah, and I mean, there are times when they will need to think more financially. I mean, that's just life. But that does not mean that you need to lowball your customers. That don't mean you need to lowball your people. That's just the worst kind of thinking. And so many companies, not just gaming, but so many companies, period, think that's the smart move. I can get you as a customer and break your pockets at the same time, and somehow, some way, have you trust me and let me do it again. And want to let me do it again. Dexterity. And now we've got what we came here for. Mostly. Right.
My Padawan is impatient.
Weren't we all once? The question is, how will he overcome it?
In good time, two Jedi Knights discuss their struggling students and the nature of growth. Yep, time and all that. He is too impatient. He will learn patience. There's much anger in him, like his father. Was I any different when you taught me?
Thanks, BD.
A secret meeting. Scratchy writing on a wall written in a hasty and easily translated childish cipher. Meet at the usual place later. Childish and easily deciphered. That means the Jedi tend to teach that cipher, at least as a early method, like teaching standard math and then working your way up to
I wonder if Z would know more about this.
algebra and beyond, trigonometry and whatnot. I feel like I'm missing something in here. I kind of am. Oh, okay. That's what I did. I mean, I didn't think I would need to bother, but alright. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people seem to get into what Elden Ring not only has brought, but what it actually represents. More of a fast-paced sort of Souls type, but actually more of a Souls type. Rich story, deep universe. Okay, you happy, Matt? Yep, there we go. Did it really need that? Nope. Okay, moving forward. Wonder how these trials initially used to go. Because we're effectively skirting around the trials. I mean, we have our own trials based on them, but still, I suspect these trials were supposed to be more difficult. Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, we're really gamers as well as companies are starting to get real tired of this whole nonsense of just shelling out the next Call of Duty 38 and not actually giving people something that makes sense for them to shell resources that they work for. And what's so bad is most of the time, like a lot of the times, it's not even the devs. A lot of the times it's the companies. The devs are usually pretty pissed off too. They actually want to make a good product and actually want to entertain people. Again, there's those ones who aren't that way. Hold on. I need to come back here. I'm actually glad I unlocked this. It makes partial sense though. On the one hand, the more noise you make about a product, the more people start nitpicking and I don't want to see this in the game. I don't want to. Well, folks, so it looks like we got to go back to the drawing board, and that's about 78 hours and three interns and about 15 pots of coffee, 6 nights of no sleep and everything else gone. And on the other hand, it allows them to actually focus down on what they're doing entirely. And bring the vision that they actually wanted to bring. Having people's perspective is cool, but people can be a distraction, especially when you're telling them that you're making them something.
Hey, seeds.
But
we should try planting these back in the garden.
What you're making them isn't a gift so much as you're making them a product. But if you inform them you're making them a product, well, considering how people do like to give feedback about things. Huh. Yeah, considering how people like to give feedback about things, it's not surprising that they'd they'd actually give feedback. I don't think this is the path I'm trying to be taking. Nope. Okay. Huh. Can't actually fast travel. Oh yeah, I have to actually use a save point.
Doing all right, PD?
There's a set of seeds. Okay. 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 Gooey gooey. Black and chewy. Looks like rotten black licorice. Ugh. God. I don't see how people eat black licorice. Insanity. Pull and peel or standard licorice all day. Or give me the multi-flavored licorice. I'll cut through that in a heartbeat. This is the way. This is the way. Memory serves, that path is blocked off.
Well, hey there, traveler.
What's up?
Hi there.
Oh there.
Don't mind the beast. She don't like strangers. The mountain don't neither. You be careful.
I'll try. Thanks.
Alright now. Y'all making a point to be a little careful up here. It's pretty risky.
Prospector's Folly, we call it. Pretty treacherous. Crawling with all kinds of
I can tell
dangers.
already.
Sounds like our kind of place.
Just from what little views we have so far, I could tell already.
Stuff beyond these crags and make your blood run cold.
Oh, we can tell you some stories.
I say, boy, are you listening? I'm telling you stories. I don't need yours. I got enough for a lifetime. Plus all them people back in Rambler's Reach. Why you think I'm out here? I done had enough of them.
Salted blisters, what an almighty racket! Have you bells for feet?
Can you hear me now? Good.
What's your name, lad? If I'm to hold a grudge, best to know the name.
I'm Cal. This is BD1.
My bantam old mum dubbed me Scuba Stev. Scuba the Fisher, am I?
You know, there's a fish tank down in Pyloon Saloon that could use some attention.
Island Saloon? That'll have an infested watering hole down in yon valley.
All right, all right. Did I ask?
Ah, fine, twist my arm. I'll do it. Maybe at the saloon and we'll appraise this so-called tank.
So-called tank. Well, it's nice to meet you, Scuba Stev. Scuba Stev. Scuba Stev, excuse me. A master fisherman obsessed with his craft, Scuba Stev is a fount of wisdom, knowledge, and encouragement, as long as the topic is fishing. You'd be surprised how much of life is covered by fishing, honestly. Not a joke. That's one of the reasons why fathers used to take sons out fishing, other than just a calm day. It's a useful way to pick his brain, useful way to see where you're standing as well, and a useful way to get thoughts under control.
Ah, Ken, you couldn't stay away. You didn't even forsake the sea spray once it's missed in your gums.
I guess not.
You're the aspect of a fisher, lad. And lucky for you, we're perched just above the lair of the sea fish.
Sea fish, huh?
That's right. An impossible catch. No fisher in the right mind would pursue such a quarrelsome foe. No fisher, but Scuba Stev.
Whoa, sorry about that. Aquarium fish. Find Scuba Stev to collect new fish and display them in the saloon. Now, what is cool, simple but cool. You will actually get descriptions for these things. Sea fish. The sea fish may not be the rarest of all fish, but it is nevertheless a tricky creature to catch on account of its agility. Found most often at higher elevations, the sea fish has learned to flit and dodge through the water to make it harder for airborne predators to gain purchase.
Ha ha! You see that one?
That was pretty impressive.
You still
Yep.
think I'm small time, eh?
No, I believe
Well
you.
then, I've no choice but to regale you with my bleak-most history. Tarry a
Regale me,
moment,
regale
and I'll
me.
tell you a thing or two about old Scuba Stan. So, you wish to prick up your ears and receive the tale of Scuba?
If you're sharing stories, we'll listen.
Then you be a fool, my lad. A sordid tale will bring you nothing but grief and woe.
Okay, well, if you're not sharing stories, we'll...
Oh, fine, I'll tell you. At your own insistence, and at your own peril. My story begins in a small village on the frozen banks of Sakavi Tar, my home world. Nights black as quillfish in it. Winters so cold, a stern look could turn you to glass.
Doesn't sound like the easiest place to grow up.
Difficult, aye. From the moment your mother's milk froze on your tongue to the moment you foundered upon frozen streets. You see, the fishes, they had the right of it. They dwelt far below the ice, where warm currents danced like ribbons in the wind. To fish so scarce a quarry, on account of the great fish famine, well, it's near a mild undertaking. But for all me belly aching now, there's a peaceful enough life for a wee Sakavian with an instinct for the rod.
So you discovered your talent early.
Such a talent was I, that as a lad, me hardly spotted my first prickly chin hair, I was given an audience with Undone. But that'll be a tale for another time.
Ladies and gentlemen, bear witness to Scuba Stev. He is going to blue ball you for a long time like that. Get comfortable. Now I get to share my pain with other people. Sakavi Tar. Scuba regales Kyle with his history, beginning with his upbringing on Sakavi Tar, a frozen world whose only food source is a vast aquatic ecosystem beneath its surface. The famine-stricken Sakavians struggle to subsist. Being born born and living on an ice planet, especially small like they are, Jesus. Oh, I don't have a problem with buying them. I just see no point since they're basically supposed to already be on Game Pass anyway. Microsoft or whoever's having whatever nonsense going on is effectively the only reason. It's one of those, if I had never heard it was coming and knowing Baldur's Gate 3 had already come out, I would already have it. But knowing that they're supposed to be on Game Pass, I just see no point.
Oh, and some advice, lad. If you're planning to scale the mountain, you'll need to keep a strong grip.
That's how it is with most mountains, especially the higher up you go. The wind tends to get problematic. But yeah, had I like basically never heard it was coming to Game Pass, I would more than likely already have it. And if I didn't, it would just be because other games were on my list. Still got that thing marked, huh? Yep, still got that thing marked. I know, it is insane. But for some reason, it was one of those I would hear it was coming to Game Pass, and I think it was even like on a few like game shows. Like I think the last time E3 or PAX or something was up, they had mentioned that it was going to be coming to Game Pass. When they were actually previewing Baldur's Gate 3 for people. And then they hit us with notifications saying, oh yeah, it's coming to Game Pass. And when I say notifications, I mean notifications as in, yeah, in the next day or so, go ahead and download Baldur's Gate and enjoy. No luck. Then they hit us with another notification a few months later, same thing. So I don't know with them. Lightsaber throw deals more damage with dexterity. I'll take it. It doesn't surprise me that they didn't know. That they didn't make one or two. You never really know with stuff like that who's actually... Uh-oh. No. Damn. Why would you let him hit us, dude? Why? I say smack yourself with your lightsaber, but you wouldn't make it.
This won't be easy.
Think of the rewards, Shanna. Come on.
Okay.
Shanna might have had some sense, but we'll see. Braving the heights. 2 prospectors determined to push on to the mountain's more treacherous climbs. Survey what lies ahead of them. Yeah, y'all gotta climb. Then the question becomes, how are y'all doing it? Are you taking the paths, or are you just climbing, like, randomly? Well, thanks for stopping by, Azrael. Go ahead and do your thing, and hope to see you again next time.
Can we open fire? Let's shoot him. Negative. This force field can withstand anything these locals throw at it.
Look, I just want to talk, fellas.
Access only. Turn back, scum.
Just passing through, officer.
Nothing that ain't made of Durasteel is passing through this electron wall. Weapons hot, sir. Let's shoot him before he gets ideas. Negative. We've got our orders.
Sure you can't make an exception?
You smell that, scum? That's Imperial air you're breathing. So get back before I forget my orders and we see how tough you really are.
Why don't you drop the shield and we'll find out?
Nice try, Vermin. Lucky for you, this gate's got a remote switch. Only base command can open it. Yeah, or we'd tear you to scraps. Clamp it, trooper. I'm handling it. Copy that, sir. Blockhead.
This is literally one of my favorite interactions. It is hilarious.
You Creed here, scum, or just a death wish? I ain't.
You will lower the shield. I'm not worth your time. It's easier to let me through.
You're not worth my time, scum. It's easier to let you through. Sir? TK-783 to base command. Lower the shield. What? Wait, what?
Thanks, fellas. Here's something to note. Now, we can slice security droids. The KX series security droids. Like the ones we fought at the beginning. And that's another thing, we actually lost that ability too. But you can come here and get it early, if you so choose. You will come back here, but not for a good while. I came up here for a few reasons. That was one. Here's another.
Cow, ahoy!
What's up, old school?
Step tender, lad. This one's a rare catch indeed.
What is it?
The fabled farfish. Its tail is one riven with greed, soaked to the bone with tragedy. There are scant few far left on account of their succulent glands. But I do not intend to harvest the poor creature for its organs.
Big mouth fire. Big mouth fire. The big mouth fire, so known for its protruding features, takes residence most often in shaded waters. The columns and foliage of Koboh's basalt forest provide ample coverage for the fire. It uses its words. It uses its relatively large rear fin as one would a rudder, making small, constant adjustments in order to navigate. Fish like that have always bothered me. And it's not because of how they look so much as like, that visually looks uncomfortable. Now for the fish, it probably is what it is. I mean, it's how it's built. But at the same time, you never really know what animal might be uncomfortable just because it's built a certain way. Its environment might not necessarily be what it's built for. Obviously water and all that, but
I intend to bring it back to the saloon, where I might one day find a mate for it.
Playing matchmaker, huh? You found another fish before?
No, but fishing's about leaving the world better than you found it. A ripple's only as good as the stone you cast. Now for a tale, lad.
for a tale, lad.
Where were we? Ah, yes. By virtue of my prodigious fishing talents, I was taken to see the mysterious one they call Undone. I can see it still. Wee scuba, ushered into yon black-mouthed cave. I could barely make out a figure glinting with moonlight. I scrubbed my eyes like a old tar scrubbing the deck. And there she was, a vast creature. Great tentacles blooming from her blubber, like cables gorging on a fuel tank. One of the tentacles twitched into the air, just over my head, and then, wham! Right on the noggin, so I'm told. I staggered out the cave like a lover first acquainted with the deck. But something else happened. I think when that fell tentacle struck me, Undone took something straight out to my brain and put something else in.
She put something in your brain?
Aye, boy. The subtle art of catching a fish. The art of focus. And in the dark, with nothing but the bristles on your chin for company, that focus is special. From that day forward, when I plunged my line into the frigid waters, it would emerge with a fish. 3 times out of 7.
That's less than half.
My village told me that I'd be the one to save them from the great fish famine. Little did I know that the grapnel was soon to arrive on our shores.
Gonna assume that's a bad thing.
Perhaps, lad. And perhaps not. But that'll be a story for another time.
As he said, 3 out of 7. Sounds bad when we think about it, but if everybody else was 1 out of 7 or 0, yeah, you kind of saved your people there, Scuba. Real talk. And he says focus. Oh yeah. Focus can do a great deal for you. Humanity has proven that. If we hadn't, we wouldn't have civilization. Now check this out. So y'all saw him hop in the water, right? Saw him go fishing, all that. Yeah, yeah. There's your depth. Scuba Steve is a demon. He summons fish. This is not where I want to be, but it might be of use to me. Actually, this might be it. The hell was that?
Don't think we can slice that.
Okay. That was a noise. Whatever that was. Sounded like a ship or something was like whirring up, building up. Alright. What is progress? Ah, okay. Back out there and then down is what it is. I forgot about that. Was even looking at it.
Keep your eyes peeled. The Jedi's been spotted nearby. Don't say that. I'm not ready for combat. Then get ready.
See, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
It's the Jedi. In formation.
Yep,
Get the target.
it is the Jedi.
He's hard to track.
Oh, you lived. Figure why not? Why not make
with a
that?
backwater planet like Koboh?
Figure why not make that last
Gotta
one a
unlock
little
this.
memorable for him. What do they want with a backwater planet? How do you know it's a backwater planet? You don't know anything about a planet. No offense to you. You have no idea what a planet really is. You only know what it is currently. The short straw. Imperial supplies addressed to Squadron 13. The shipment was meager in the first place. The rations already exhausted. These troops were disorganized, disengaged, and desperate. Some were sitting down when we came in, killed, and they were still sitting. Yep. They were doomed. Now, I mean, now anybody could obviously say, well, you don't know what a planet was like beforehand. But my point is, like Tatooine in the Star Wars universe, used to be lush and beautiful. It didn't used to be a sand planet. But people consider Tatooine to be a backwater. It's like, okay. Biomall pools. The pools are filled with volcanic mud that bubbles up through fissures from deep beneath the surface. Biomalls frequently lounge in these pools, becoming covered in and fortified by the substance. The second skin is very similar to the basalt columns that define the landscape. Yay! Greater resistance. Aha! 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 Not. Deal with it. What? Don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds
Always
over
on
here.
point. Hey, this is a good find.
It's not these kind of birds. I mean, at least not the other kind of birds. These birds, I can tolerate feeding them. Now, do I have to kill you? It's kind of looking like. I mean, if I don't have to, well, okay. Yeah.
Give me a stim.
Why I said to his left, not his front.
Right here, buddy.
What sense does it make to? This is not one of those creatures that you do that kind of thing with. Tis not. Some of those you could use to do a bit of damage. At least at the time. I don't know if you still can. Could have grabbed the boulder. You'll know. But something like that is kind of best to keep your eye on him. And you can flip him like I did, where he does that roll and just give him a force push and knock him over. But yeah, it's kind of best to keep track of.
Don't know what that stuff is, but definitely doesn't look safe.
Very unpleasant looking. How about we stay away from the blue stuff, huh? Yeah. From the blue-purple stuff. Tis a lot of it.
High Republic data disk. I bet Z would have some use for it.
Alright, now. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I'm like, what, do I just keep going, or?
You think this
You have
substance
to
has
forgive
anything
me,
to do
folks.
with the array?
Been a bit of a bit. Koboh dust, highly volatile matter, unique to the system of this, system of the galaxy. Without further analysis, the elements comprising the gaseous substance remain a mystery.
It's hard to breathe.
Yeah. Huh. Plant, huh? Sorry about that. Bit of cough.
So this is the work of Santari Kree. If the rest of Z's story is true, the key to Tanalorr should be around here somewhere.
Impressive. Most impressive. You have to wonder if she had a team. I mean, there's obviously limits to what a person can do on their own. You have to wonder if she had a team. There's a workbench. Need be. Whoa. No. Not just no. Hell no. What just happened? I just got XP.
No cutting through this stuff.
Koboh barrier. An impenetrable barrier of highly magnetized dust-like matter. Standard manipulation is ineffective against this structure, proving resistant even to lightsaber strikes. There isn't much in the universe, at least as far as we know, that can resist lightsabers. Best to just take them out and be done with it. Alright.
Power's out. This place must have been abandoned and forgotten. I guess C didn't forget. All these years later, and she never gave up on her mission. We can't let her down.
But to be fair, as far as she's concerned, her mission was yesterday. But okay. Interesting. Insane. Well, all these connecting points. It's almost as if there's a pre-programmed logic to it. That wouldn't make any sense, though.
I think that creature is trapped. I can't cut it free. Let's pass under it for now.
Okay. Let's pass under it for now. Got our way back.
Opens from the other side.
Now, I'm gonna need you to keep it copacetic. Alright, if I can, I'll help you. But keep it peaceful. Lisa.
Okay, that hurt. Let's find another path. We might be able to help it later.
And me being eaten alive by nanites, that hurts too. I guess we'll ignore that. Epic moltings. The Piazza regions over the skies and plains is one of the Rains regions. The Piazza reigns over the skies and plains is one of Koboh's apex predators. A terror to any creature caught in its sights, the nomadic creature rarely perches, and its temporary habitation of the forest array may indicate either injury or distress. Yep. It sheds. 'Tis disgusting. But it's a bird. You know. Other than the birds we spoke of, I have no problem feeding that one. Apparently he has no problem eating either. Uh-huh.
Something around here has a big appetite.
Damn! One shot, see what I mean? Took my eyes off of it for a split second. Getting a notification on my phone. Jeez. Worst time for such a thing. It's another little thing, folks. Game should have told us, but it didn't by this point. That or I missed it. But now, we can slow down.
The array feeds into that central tower. Maybe that's where we'll find answers.
Flip direction, which it obviously shows. Or speed up. And then we give BD one hell of a nice cybernetic technological rug burn. Bird. Bird is the word. Bird. The bird's the word. Okay. Oh, shit. I hate when I grab those, because I reflexively jump again to try and grab them. They're like moustache. Nah. Nah. Never. Hi, I'm here to install your cable. I seem to have left my wires at home.
Can't outrun them all.
Boom! Shit. Boom! Nope. I need you to hold this hill. Oh shit. I even pushed him and it didn't do anything. After the attack, interesting. Either the push isn't strong enough or he can't be interrupted, at least mostly like that. I'm not sure. I see you. It was weird, hit a hitbox when I landed. Okay. Interesting. So they didn't give it to him. Oh my god. Okay. I thought they were gonna... Wow, game. That was the only reason I didn't pick it up. I should have pushed him when I... No, I didn't have time. He was immediately on me. Wow. I think I was close to leveling up. That was why I didn't bother picking it up. I was going to use it as healing in case he grabbed me. I knew more than likely he was going to.
Help BD.
Ugh. Getting his timing off. He's not as... I don't think he's as strong as the first one I fought. But they might actually get stronger, so I'm not sure. I don't think he's as strong as the first one I fought. Or stronger, rather. How I didn't die from it, I don't know, and I'm not complaining. Oh. Oh great, I got a little bit of XP compared to what I lost. Yay. Sell, great.
I've never seen
Sell.
tech like this before. And I scrapped some
like
serious machines on Braca.
It says a lot, actually. Auxiliary array telescope. These generators charge the air with highly excited energy currents similar in both power and damage and danger to the interstellar ionic storms. From the looks of the structure's rampant dust and overgrowth, it hasn't been put to use in several decades. Good thing you feel the force. What the hell? Weird. Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah. Game. Don't want to heal just yet. I don't know what this one is. Don't remember. It might just heal me. Love how BD squats down too, gets his own meditation on. Makes me wonder if he ends up gaining something. Especially when you do learn it, at least as far as
Use a little help, BD.
the Old Republic are concerned. No, it wasn't the Old Republic. It's not even in memory serves. It's not even in Legends. It's actually in lore. If memory serves, there is a droid that's capable of feeling the Force. And it makes perfect sense when you think about it, since you can detect droids using the Force. If you can detect them, then they're connected to the Force in some way. Otherwise, they'd basically be one big blind spot. Damn it. I saw a chest. I'm not happy. I want it. Screw you.
We've seen this tech before, just not on this scale.
Orb amplifier. A curious fixture of High Republic era Jedi technology that stabilizes, focuses, and magnifies the erratic potential energy stored in Koboh orbs. Cool.
Just like Z's chamber.
Does it hurt? Nope. Do get some vibration though. Feel the Force flow through you as it scatters your matter to the 37th
I need to
dimension.
focus.
Anything I'm going for at this exact moment. Confusion upgrade wouldn't be bad. Okay. Add to this twofold reflection. Then start working on dual wielding tray. Yes. It is about time, most definitely. Well, folks, excuse me, this is going to be the end of episode 5 of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. If you folks like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, a follow, a subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you.